This is all of them laid out. If I had to wager any money on value, I would say it would be these top two right here. That brings the grand total to 372 covers and potential self-loathing. Yeah, so it's been a hot minute since I've done anything new for YouTube. It's probably been over a month since I've gotten any storage lockers. I've been tied up chasing rabbits down the hole, and I will be posting a little bit of that probably in the next week or so. But we have got a ton of stamps that we've got to get through. And before we can actually get to the stamps, I've decided that I need to get through the stamped covers. And what a stamped cover is basically an envelope that has a stamp to it that has been canceled. I have far fewer of those, probably somewhere in the range of 300 to 400 versus the 40 some odd pounds of stamps I have to get through. Like I said, I'll be showing y'all a little bit of what I've been doing for the past month, and it's all with the intention of making my life easier on this side. And it kind of grew from there. I started seeing a lot more applications of what I was trying to build, not just flipping storage units. Now we've got to go into the other room, and we're going to get some of the covers laid out and get some pictures for them. These are broke up into specific bundles or lots. Everything from Baltimore, Richmond, Virginia, Tryon, North Carolina, and there's 5 telegrams from Hendersonville, entire stack of postcards, what they call postal cards, Durham, Washington, D.C., Candler, New York, Leicester, and Fort Defiance. Yeah, and then we've got these airmail covers, which range from, I think, dates of like 1945, 44, and all the way through into 1953. And this last stack of odds and ends, not 67, 23, 1932, 1921, 1939. Yeah. So, and one of the interesting things you see right here, APO, that's a Army Post Office. Something from Los Angeles. RPO is Railway Postal. But that's all that we got left. This is all of them laid out. Out of all of them, though, if I had to wager any money on value, I would say it would be these top two right here, this one and this one. That one primarily because that's at the towards the end wind down, and it's also got this pass by Army inspector, and once again it's got the APO on it, and this sort of embossed stamp is called an entire, and it is from Penn Hall. Yeah. Now we get the awesome task of photographing all of these and flipping them over, getting pictures of the back. They took up permanent residence in this hospital, injured from the war. Once again, like I said, speculate, but sometimes you can't help but try to put the story together as you're seeing it unfold. So now we got to get a count of them, get them weighed. We've already got packaging figured out, and then I believe we are ready to roll. That is what they call a obliterator, or that's a full killer cancel. They normally put them on the front to make sure stamps can't be reused. Why it's on the back, I really don't know. This APO right here, once again, it's the Army Post Office, but that 953 means Honolulu, Hawaii. Is this last name Frost? And I've got later covers that show that Frost being in a hospital, and I forget the name of it off the top of my head, but it's addressed to a specific room in that hospital. But towards the later 50s, that same name pops up, Frost, but it's to this hospital. So the only thing I can really gather is more than likely they were probably injured. Yes, we got everything done. There was 36 of the airmail, which I believe brings the grand total to 372 covers. They're broken up into 20 some odd listings, grouped by theme. And by theme, I mean what was the postmark on it. The original idea I had was to do it by zip code, but I didn't know that zip codes were not put in place until 1963, and most of everything that I have significantly predates that. Yeah, so I'll link the eBay listing down in the comments. If you wouldn't mind, comment, subscribe, like. If anything, you're doing a public service for me, but it speaks volumes about your courage and potential self-loathing. I'm just kidding, y'all. Thank you very much, and I think there's a couple of more shorts scheduled before I have to get back on the ball for that, but I've had to shift focus a lot here lately into different things. Not trying to be cryptic. It's the nature of the beast when you have over-focused ADHD. All right, take care, y'all. See you next time.